the news update. How can someone come from one end of the country to rule for 8 years? Muhammadu Buhari asks. Welcome to today's news, and thank you for tuning in to the news. But don't forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button and the bell for more updates. Now to the news details. Please listen carefully to the end. As Muhammadu Buhari prepares to leave office after the swearing-in ceremony on the 29th May 2023, the president has publicly emphasized the importance of democracy, where he pointed out that if not for such, how then would someone be able to come from a particular end of the country and rule for 8 years? The president made this known during a speech he made for the Salah homage at the presidential villa in Abuja, where he applauded the strength of democracy in Nigeria as a system of government. Muhammadu Buhari, who expressed happiness in having to be a beneficiary of the democracy in Nigeria, added that he has been counting over the years as he was able to rule the nation for 8 years. In his words, "I have been counting the years. Democracy is good. Otherwise, how can someone come from one end of the country to rule for 8 years? My hometown, Dora, is about 8 kilometers to Niger Republic." President Muhammadu Buhari, who has talked about democracy, like how he actually ruled the country for good 8 years, saying that how will someone from one end rule Nigeria for good 8 years? That democracy is indeed worthwhile. So he talked on Salah Day at the presidential villa, whereby he also made an appeal before handing over, thanking Nigerians for the honor to serve for good 2 terms, 2015 to 2023, with less than 37 days in office. President Muhammadu Buhari has recounted his leadership roles in the country for more than 40 years, serving variously as a military officer, military governor, minister, and head of states, and returning as a democratically elected president in 2015. He told residents of the Federal Capital Territory, led by the minister, Muhammad Musa Bello, on Eid Fitri Salah homage, that his journey was not all smooth, as he was incarcerated for 3 years after the coup that ousted him from power in August 1984, and contested elections 3 times, 2003, 2007, and 2011, without success. I dared the politicians and ended up at the Supreme Court 3 times. They laughed at me, and I responded, "God day." God sent technology to my rescue. With permanent voters card (PVC), the fraudulent people became unemployed, the president noted. Buhari said flaunting of ethnic and religious card in elections was rubbish, as the presiding justice at the Supreme Court that squashed his cases were Muslims from the north, Zaria in Kaduna State, Niger, and Jigawa. It is good to reflect on what used to happen here. In FCT, especially on security, security is not only about the northeast. It also spread to the FCT and all over the country. Those who wanted to make our lives uncomfortable reached the FCT, and they have been marginalized. Buhari, who also highlighted the strengths of democracy as a system of governments, particularly in providing opportunities for participation and fostering a sense of belonging among citizens. I have been counting the years. Democracy is good. Otherwise, how can someone come from one end of the country to rule for good 8 years? My hometown, Dora, is about 8 kilometers from the Niger Republic. When the Minister of Interior wanted to shut down petrol stations 10 kilometers from the border, there was a fuel station close to my house, and I pleaded if he could allow it to keep operating. He added. The president stated that he decided to retire in Dora, which was far away from Abuja, to get some respite after years of working. I can't wait to go home to Dora. If they make any noise to disturb me in Dora, I will leave for the Niger Republic. I deliberately arranged to be as far as possible. I got what I wanted and will quietly retire to my hometown. So the president has actually applauded Nigerians for giving him the chance to rule the country for a good 8 years. And also democracy is a good thing. He also accepted all the complaints and criticisms in good stead. Knowing it was part of the leadership, he prayed and asked from God. And God has given him an incredible opportunity to serve the country. He also asked that Nigerians should pardon him if he has hurt him during his 8 years in service. We have come to the end of the news. What's your view? Do share your comment in the comment section. Thank you.